Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook Live and YouTube channels, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zanella Claxton from the Department of Education. Of course, every Saturday morning we try to come to you with important events, activities, opportunities for our students, for our young people, and this morning is no different. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here on the island of Queen City, Nevis, and we are happy because we have some guests in the studio who I will introduce to you in a little bit, but I want to say that DeAndre will not be here with us this morning. So good morning to you at the top of the show, DeAndre, and we hope that you are back in tip-top shape to be back with us next week. And of course, as per usual, I spend some time bringing some quick updates, and every week I think is a busy week for our young people and for our students. We announced what was happening last week, and so we know that Nevis Academy had a full week, Spirit Week. We know that all of the schools across the island celebrated Bullying Awareness Day yesterday, and it was Wear White Day, and so many of the schools had various assemblies and activities. Lots of the assemblies were led by the students, advocating against bullying, helping our students to see that we need to be more tolerant of each other, we need to work together, we need to appreciate people's differences while at the same time being able to be respectful to each other. And so I want to commend the students, and I want to commend the Department of Youth, who once again led the initiative this year, for a job well done. And we look forward to our students continuing to lead in the positive aspects and positive elements. And so congratulations to all of you. We also know that we have the football championship still going on. Yesterday we had 4 games, JLPS versus VOJN. JLPS won that game. CPS then against St. Thomas's Primary, and CPS won their game. Ivor Walters Primary versus Maud Cross Prep, and Ivor Walters won their game. Elizabeth Pipton Primary versus Nevis Academy, and Elizabeth Pipton Primary won their game. And the activities continue, the games continue for the Primary School Football Championship, and so we'll have the next round of games happening this Tuesday. So it's every Friday and Tuesday until the end of November that we'll see various schools, the athletes from different schools playing, and of course ensuring that they are learning, above all else, good sportsmanship. And so congratulations to all of the organizers, and we know that you will continue to do an exceptional job as we allow our students to grow in the area of athletics and in all areas, as many areas as possible. On October 29th, Tuesday, 1:30 p.m., we'll see Nevis Academy coming up against Maud Cross Preparatory. We'll also see at 3 o'clock St. Thomas's Primary coming up against Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary, and at 3 o'clock Charlestown Primary coming up against Ivor Walters Primary. And then on Friday, next Friday, we'll see St. Thomas's Primary coming up against Maud Cross Prep. At 1:30, Charlestown Primary coming up against Nevis Academy at 1:30, and at 2:30, Ivor Walters Primary coming up against VOJN Primary. And the students, as I said, I don't know that I've gone to any primary school during break time, after school, or a lunchtime, lunch break, and the boys are not out there playing football. They are excited about the tournament, and it gives them something positive to work towards. It's a short-term goal. They know that they're working from one game to the next, and I want to say congratulations to all of the coaches who have been working with the students, and of course the team at the Department of Sports as well. The tournament is led by Mr. Kimbell Ward of the Department of Sports, and of course we know he's one of our FIFA referees as well. So we want to say good morning to all of you, and children, keep working hard, keep doing well. We also have coming up this week, we have the courts reading competition preliminary round. We know that there are 3 rounds. We have the first round, the local round, which will be happening on Wednesday. We have the federal round where the winners from Nevis will come up against those from St. Kitts. And then they go on to the OECS regional round. And so we're hoping that we'll be able to make it through to the final round and, of course, once again, triumph and become victorious so that the competition can come back here to the Federation. So the preliminary round where all of our schools, all of our primary schools on Nevis will have a representative on Wednesday. There's round 1 in the morning. We had to, just to make it practical, we have some of the students in the morning, some of the students in the afternoon. The judges are the same, and then we'll end with a closing ceremony at 2:30. That way the students, we know they're children. We don't want them to sit from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and expect them to sit through the whole day. So they come in sections, but the judges remain the same. That starts at 8:45 on Wednesday, and we're meeting up at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall, where we will see our students. There are 2 rounds. The first round is the prepared round. They'll have a passage to read, and the second round is a news item, and they'll get the chance to read a news item at the news desk. And I think the students love that part because they do an exceptional job at it every single time. And so all of our academic reading coaches, we have lots of different coaches. Teachers are coaches in so many areas, and to all of our academic reading coaches, as well as our teachers, our students who will be competing, their parents who of course support them all the time, we want to say all the best to you on the competition, which will be happening on Wednesday. Several of our schools are having open week as well, and so we want to encourage parents that whenever the schools have open week, that they ensure that they are present. Parents can complain about all the things that are happening at the schools, but the schools need your support, and so please make sure that if your school is having an open week, that you make sure that you are there. And so EPPS will be having their open week this week. Ivor Walters and Charlestown Primary will also be having their character event, Characterama at Ivor Walters, and Charlestown Primary, I think they're doing an activity where each class is depicting a story. And so the students are addressing to depict the characters of the story, and then they're going to create that story in each of their settings. So we look forward to that. Most of the schools are having their library activity this week. The EPPS is doing Family Feud Library Edition, and St. Thomas's Primary is also doing their library activity. So we look forward to hearing all about the wonderful things that will try to transpire next week. And we know that our students are consistently engaged, and education is about holistic development. You cannot solely cater to their academic needs. Everybody, adults and children alike, have various needs, and so we cater to their development holistically. And so we're going to take a short break, and then we'll talk about a very important element of our young people, our students, that we want to cater to as well.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. With storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook Live and YouTube channels, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. Every Saturday morning we come to you, and we want to make sure that you have access to the opportunities, the activities that are happening that will positively affect our students, our young people. And this morning I have two guests in the studio with me. I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves, and then we'll talk a bit about why they're here.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Yolande Castro.
Good morning. My name is Hildred Minter Summersall.
All right, so we have these very strong, powerful ladies in the studio. And so they're going to tell us why they're here. And of course, we talked about the holistic development of students just before the break. And so I think this plays well into a very important area that sometimes we forget to address, their spiritual and emotional development. And so over to you, Ms. De Castro. Tell me a bit about why you're here.
Thank you very much, Ms. Claxton, and good morning once again, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Yolande Castro, and I have with me, I like to call her Sister Minty, Hildred Summersall, Minto Summersall, and we're here on behalf of the Male-Female Nevis program. Male, mentoring anointed leaders everywhere. Female, forever empowering, mentoring anointed leaders everywhere. This group is a group that is based in the British Virgin Islands, was formed in 2014 under the presidency of Mr. Henderson Tittle, and you will hear his voice in a short bit. And we're now about to bring that group here in Nevis because we find that over the past years that the group has been in existence, it has done a great job. It is named male in the BVI, but we are about to launch both male and female here in Nevis. The female counterpart is also established, it's just established, but in Nevis, because we're new, we're going to start everything one time. Yes.
Okay.
And so, as you would hear from Mr. Tittle when he calls in, you would hear more about the different activities and the holistic view of the program that has been established in the BVI for the past 5 years. And we hope to do the same right here in Nevis.
Wonderful. And so Mr. Tittle will give us the history and all of that as well. And so we're waiting Mr. Tittle's call. But in the meantime, what age groups are we going to be targeting for this activity?
Sure. So the age group we're looking at for both male and female is from age 7 right up to 25 years.
Wonderful.
Yes. We do have, they're actually placed in different themes. So we have from 7 to 12, we have the bold beginners. From 13 to 18, we have the thunderous teens, and the 19 to 25-year-olds, we have the merit men and women.
Men and women, yes, wonderful. And so we have the different areas. Mr. Tittle is on the line, and so we're going to hear a bit more about what is happening, the good work that is happening in the BVI. Mr. Tittle, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, we are, so go through those names again for me, Ms. De Castro.
No problem.
Okay.
So from 7 to 12-year-olds, we have bold beginners.
Love that.
Yes. Thunderous teens from 13 to 18 years old, and merit men and women from 19 to 25.
Nice.
So we're not leaving anyone behind.
Nice. And I like that you looked at the developmental ages as well.
Yes.
So you
It's
can
very
get your
important.
activities synchronized with that.
Yes.
And I think that's important. Let's try again for Mr. Tittle. Good morning, Mr. Tittle. Good morning. Okay, seems like we're having a little bit of difficulty, but we're going to keep trying until we get through with
Definitely.
Mr. Tittle. What day do you have in mind, or do you have already selected a day for meeting, or would it not be that type of structure?
So yes, for right now, because of our leaders, and we know even here in Nevis, the youths are very, very busy. From Monday to Friday, they have different activities going on, and even on Saturdays they do as well. So we're catering to a 3 to 5 p.m. every other Saturday.
Oh, that sounds realistic.
Every other Saturday. Because within that 2 hours, we want to be able to deal with the holistic, and it's not just we're not going to just talk about it's. First of all, I should say that the program is a Christian based on the male mentoring anointed. Yes, leaders everywhere. So it is a Christian based program, but we're not here to talk about God at everything. We want to help the girls and the boys build their confidence. We want to help them with their homework. They got issues where they need help. You know, they can bring their homework. We have a homework day on a Saturday. Maybe take the first hour of that one particular Saturday, and we just spend with doing whatever issues. We got teachers that would come in and assist them. And then we have Sister Mentos, very educated and skilled.
Yes, definitely.
Woman, I mean, in so many different levels. We can do a Red Cross day.
Yes.
Yeah, first aid day.
First aid day, yes.
And then get some of the
He's our
nurses to come
EMT
in.
point person.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, very well trained.
So yes, so there's so many different areas that we can be looking at.
And okay, let's try again. Good morning, Mr. Tittle. Good morning. Okay. One of the things that jumped out from what you said is that every Saturday you won't be talking about God. And I think as I listened to you more, I said, every Saturday every time you meet, you'll be living God.
That's right.
It's not, to talk about necessarily the scripture,
Right.
but the fact that you are there listening to
Of
their
course.
issues, that
Definitely.
you're living
Definitely.
and helping them to see what it means to really be an anointed person.
That's
that,
right.
that you're not linear
Right.
in the way you interact with others, but that you also cater to the fact that people are going to have hard times.
Of course.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Tittle. For some reason, we're having a bit of difficulty this morning.
Yes,
but that's okay. We're going to be able to. And parents, as you listen, so far I love what I'm hearing.
Yes,
and so some of them are thinking, I don't go to this particular church. Even though it's a Christian-based
Right.
program, is it specific to members of any particular church?
Definitely not. Definitely not. We're a non-denominational Christian-based program.
And so,
Yes, we all attend different churches because we have someone from Seventh Day, we have Wesleyan Holiness, we have Church of God, and we're seeking leaders. Once you have a Christ-minded leadership inside of you, we're seeking leaders to actually come on board with us. So we are not saying because you don't attend the church that we attend, you can't come. No. We do have a minister, of course, because it's Christian-based. We would like to have someone who is the head of us. We
Yes.
can go to
Yes.
seek counseling
Yes.
and leadership.
Yes.
And otherwise than that, it is not a church-based program.
okay, wonderful. And so it doesn't matter which membership. What about if the children are enrolled in other church-based activities? For example, they have their youth group, or they have their, an activity. For example, the Methodists have the Boys Brigade and Girls Brigade. Can students who are enrolled in and persons who are enrolled in other faith-based activities or other groups, can they be part of male-female Nevis?
They definitely can. However, if it's going to contradict with their timing, we would not allow it. Not really allow it, but we won't suggest, because we're not here to go against. We're here to help those that are not to come in,
Yes.
and those that are already formed. We just want to interact with them as well.
Yes.
A couple Saturdays ago, Sister Minty and we went over to Nothings Boys Club.
Oh, nice. Yes.
And we had a wonderful time over there because when Mr. Tittle was here in August talking about the program, they came on Sunday night and they listened, and they were so interested in what the program was about. And I said to the leader, I said, we're not here to take your boys away. we want to join with you.
Yes, yes.
You know, there's so much that we can learn from you, and you can be a part of the group.
Okay, let's try again. Good morning, Mr. Tittle. And I'm telling you, without fail, we have call-ins every week. But we know that the message is going out,
Yes,
and
definitely.
the parents are hearing it. And so, if they're enrolled in a different club, but it's not at the same scheduled time, they can come.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
But
We
if they
will
have
welcome.
something that's going on at the same time, you would seek to find out what other activities are happening at the
Right.
same time, and see if you can get them to be part of the entire process. Not necessarily to be members of the organization, but to be partners. And so, parents who are out there listening, if your children are at home on Saturdays between 3 and 5, and even if they're enrolled in something else during the course of the week and they're at home during 3 and 5 on Saturday, perhaps this is something that
Definitely.
they can work towards and they can do well with.
We certainly will welcome them.
All right. Okay. The organization structurally, will each group, I know you talked about each group, will each group have, okay, let's try Mr. Tittle again. We're trying something. Let's go. Mr. Tittle, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing today?
I am peaceful.
You're peaceful.
Peaceful.
I'm
mantra.
hoping I love that. I love that you're peaceful. We're trying to make sure that the general public can hear what you have to share. Yes, we're trying to make sure the general public can hear what you have to share with us. Okay, so you were one of the founding members or the founding member of the male Tortola BVI edition? Male BVI?
Male BVI.
Are you hearing me, Mr. Tittle? Hello? Mr. Tittle?
Hello?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. We're going to make sure that the whole of Nevis and everyone via Facebook and YouTube can also hear you. And so we're going to start talking a bit about male, female BVI or male BVI, and you're now branching out to female, and also what your vision is.
Just lost you there.
What? Tell us a bit about the history behind male BVI.
Well, male actually started a long time ago. We officially named it male in 2014 because I used to serve as a big brother for the social development. And after that went cold, I needed to find something more to do because male actually started because I was a young man who was looking for someone who I can talk to or mentor, and it was hard to find because growing up I was a little troubled boy trying to find myself. Never knew my father. Matter of fact, I get to know him when I was 25.
Wow.
By that time I am about to get married and start a family and don't know who my father was.
Wow.
Then I realized that there are other boys just like me, or their father might be dead or their father might be alive, but there's not a relationship between them and their father. So out of that need, out of that desire, male actually was born.
Okay. And so, what are some of the success stories that you would have experienced through your program?
Today, we are about to have our bowling tournament. Today, this evening at 3 o'clock. All of the primary schools are coming together and they are vying for this trophy and a big fridge for their school.
Nice.
So that's one of the things that we normally do.
Awesome.
We have a bowling tournament. We also go into the school and conduct a morning devotion in all these schools. We also do community projects. We look for things in the community that we can also we have regular sessions where the boys are up or partner with older men so they can talk and discuss certain things that they won't normally discuss with everybody else.
That's wonderful, and I heard that you're thinking of expanding.
I miss you there.
I heard you're thinking of expanding to females.
Well, females is actually on the go. My wife, she runs the female section. She's also the leader for the Wailing Women here in the BVI. Wailing Women is an international group out of Africa. So she also works with them, which give her the privilege to reach out to the younger girls. She's also a local minister in our church, the Baptist Church, where she serves. So it's family, everybody's involved. My son works with me with the female. My daughter works with her mom with the female. And my son works with me with the female.
With the male.
Yes. Okay, wonderful. So what do you think has caused the program to be so successful in the BVI?
I think it's because it's coming from the heart. I think it's because it's a personal drive that is behind the program. Because since I was not fathered, my son asked me one day, I don't understand, Daddy, he's 19. He said, how can you be such a good father and you were never fathered? My reply to him was, I give you everything that I wanted. And there are young men who are crying out in silence. And if you listen carefully, you will hear their cries. But sad to say, we are busy. A lot of us are busy, and we tend to blame them because they're behaving bad. But there's a root cause. There's a reason why they're behaving the way they're behaving. And if we take the time to find that root cause, then we'll be able to help them. But if we're not listening, then we can't help them.
I love that, and sometimes I said I love that, and even sometimes for the females, even though they have their mothers in the homes with them, a lot of them are looking for a bit more engagement. They're looking for some more direction, and the reality is that sometimes, like you said, you approached it well. You did all the things that you sought after, but some parents do all the things that their parents did or didn't do, and so that causes it to be a cyclic effect. You lead to a generational, from each generation you see the same thing happening instead of them going to the reverse. And so I want to applaud you for going about it that way, because to me it is the way of change, and it's becoming more and more evident that within your program that it works. And I love also it is a family activity. I think that sometimes we look at it and say, oh, let the ladies go and do it. And sometimes the men don't go. And sometimes the women say, oh, let the men go about doing it. Because if it started as male, it could have stayed male.
Yes.
But girls need guidance, direction, and support too, and mentorship as well. And so I want to applaud you for that. Do you want to add anything else? Maybe encourage parents to sign their children up here on Nevis and give them a word of encouragement on that front, please.
Well, I am encouraged. When I came to Nevis to visit my mentor, so just in case you don't know, my mentor is from Nevis.
Wow.
In the person of Pastor Morton. Every time I need to be refilled or encouraged, I send him a text or fly over to Nevis,
wow,
sit with him, and I tell you, man, I walk away feeling like a giant. But I want to say to the parents in Nevis, get in touch with the members of that church or the community who are behind this program. It's a program for your community that can help the young men to find a place where they can vent, a place where they are comfortable, where they can find my voice across Levis to get in touch, get your son involved. And we encourage that you start from age 7, because if you can catch a boy at that age, it's more of a proactive than a reactive program. Because if you can catch them early, then by the time they reach teenager, for the want of a better word, you would have already indoctrinated them and bring them to a place where they are more aware of what's happening.
That's true.
So I'm encouraging the parents to get involved for the girls and for the boys also. And Yolande, perfect person right there to push this program. She worked with us here in Tortola.
Wonderful.
My first time working with Yolande was back in 2007, where we had a camp right in Levis with close to about 200 youth from the Virgin Islands. So I think you guys have a good thing going on, and I want to encourage it. And whenever you guys are launching it, I'm going to catch me a plane. I'm going to come on down and celebrate with you guys.
Wonderful. Thank you, Pastor Tittle. And we look forward to hearing more from you in the future, maybe at the first anniversary point, and maybe if you have any membership drives. I would love for you to come into the studio in person as well to talk about it some more.
Definitely.
All right. Have a wonderful day, and blessings on you.
Same to you guys. And thanks.
Okay. All right. So now that everyone has a general overview
Yes.
of what the program is, if we will take the next few minutes and just take parents through the application process or the signing up process. How do they go about either getting more information? How do they go about getting their children involved? We'll go through that a bit. So what is the process for showing interest or for applying? Is there an application form, or is it an interest?
So let me tell you basically what we've done over the past couple of weeks. We visited some of the schools. We tried to catch the PTA meetings, but some had already gone. So we were able to visit a few of the schools, and I've spoken at the schools and just give them a brief information about what the program is about. And then there was a interest sheet. So you fill out your name with your name of your child and your parent, and we've contacted those parents. There are many others that have seek interest in it, and if you are, this afternoon we'll be meeting with those parents who are interested in having their children sign up at the BAT Community Center, Alberta Payne Community Center at 4 p.m. So if you are interested, if you are listening to us today and you did not sign up, but because of what you've heard this morning, you're interested, please come out this afternoon. Bring your son or your daughter, or just come by yourself if you wish, and come and hear a bit more about the program this afternoon at 4 p.m. at the Alberta Payne Community Center. That's located in Bath Village. And there we'll just give you a brief but intense oversight of what the program is about, where we're going, what our intention is, and how do we intend to meet with your son or daughter on a bi-weekly basis. In the BVI, they meet every Saturday, but we will meet here bi-weekly because for now, if we see that the interest is there and we can meet on a weekly basis,
Yes.
definitely, because youth matters, and we're here for the youth.
Wonderful, wonderful. And in the event that they can't make it this afternoon, what will be the process?
Sure, you can give me a call at 663-7655, and I can talk to you more about it, or send me a WhatsApp. I'll be happy to address the matter with you. You can check out more about the information about the program on mailbvi.org. It is, as Mr. Tittle, it started in the BVI, and whatever you're seeing that has taken place in the BVI, we will also like to do the very same here in Nevis. And of course, we're also looking for suggestions. We're not a closed-minded program, but if there's persons out there that are willing to bring new ideas, sure, we certainly will welcome that.
And so if there are adults who say, okay, I'm a Christian, I think this program is going to go somewhere and I want to be involved, that person can also contact you as well.
Definitely.
And you'll do your background and all that. But we want to encourage all the parents. Many times, as I said, we complain about what is wrong. and we should promote and celebrate the things that are right. And so I want to encourage parents, I want to encourage you to, as long as your children are free between the hours of 3 and 5 on Saturday, sign them up, take them over. Where would your regular meeting place be, or is that to be determined?
It is to be determined. We're still trying to work out at a venue, a central location, and as soon as we get the approval, we will let them know.
Okay.
But as of today, we will be meeting at Back Community Center.
Okay, wonderful.
Just before I go, just to let you know a few of our leaders that are not here, we have Officer Jovan Weeks and Mr. Annie Jeffers. We are also working with another gentleman. He is to come on board, but as soon as we get him finalized, we'll let you know who that is. But those two individuals, they actually have a one-on-one mentorship going on with the youth, and you know, it's a much welcome, you know, asset to us, because they actually already involved with the youth already. And just as Mr. Tittle was talking about the one-on-one with those young men, they have it, you know, so we really appreciate them coming on board with us. And we also have Deandra Archibald, a young teenage female that is so enthusiastic about the program, and Alexia Harrison, who is also on board with us. So we would want to say a very welcome, a special morning to all of you if you're listening at this time.
Okay, wonderful. And so the number to call, and you gave a list of names, and so if you contact any of those persons, if you see them on the street, you feel free to ask. If they don't have all of the information, they'll provide you with, and I know they will stay in touch with you. And we also have Nurse Mintos in here with us, Sister Somersault. And so all of you know, I think everybody on Nevis knows Nurse Mintos, and so you can also stop her and ask her questions. Nurse Mintos, do you have anything to add or to encourage parents to sign up?
Well, I would just like to encourage all the parents to really sign up. I am, well, most people know me. I'm recently retired, so I am putting my energy now into this project. And I believe, and I can foresee that we're going to make a change to some of our youths here on the island, and that's my passion. Seeing the youths, really change. We find all the bad, but now we are going to be looking for the good, and we are going to be bringing out the good in these children. So register, be a part of it. Stop me on the street as usual, and everybody know me, where I live, and and let's just come on out and just do something great, and it's all for the good of God, so we give him the glory.
Yes, and then of course Pastor Morton, if you happen to see Pastor Morton, as you would have heard from Pastor Titley, he is the chaplain for the program. Wonderful. So no excuses. I think we have all of the information. Once again, Yolan's number 663-7655, and you have the list of persons. And as you know, most of the persons, you see them all the time, and you stop and chit chat with them all of the time. Now you have something a little extra to add to the talk as you get. Even your neighbor, if you don't have a child in your house, your neighbor might have a child. Get them involved, because anything positive to keep our children positively engaged and holistically developed, we need to make sure that we're enrolling them in it. And you know how I feel, everyone out there, you know how I feel when it comes to keeping them on the tablets all of the Saturday afternoon. No. There is something meaningful that they can do, and so I encourage you to enroll them and get them engaged. Thank you so much, ladies. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go, let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gear, gather round, an adventure is always waiting. With storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Whoa. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook Live and YouTube channels. And welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. Every Saturday morning we're here with you. I think that we try our best to give you the most of the opportunities, activities, events, anything happening that would positively affect our students, our young people. We want to make sure that you are aware and that you can have access to all of them. And so we want to once again, for those who just tuned in, we want to encourage you to contact the persons involved in the Male-Female Nevis Initiative. We had Miss Yolanda de Castro and we have Nurse Mintos in here with us this morning, and there's an informational meeting this afternoon at 4 p.m. and if you have a child or young person in your home between the ages of 7 and 25 and they're available on Saturdays between 3 and 5 p.m., please sign them up for this holistic development activity that is going to be happening right here on the island of Nevis. Before we leave, I just want to encourage you to continue to support some of the activities that are happening in the schools during the course of the week. I will go through those activities in a few, but I was handed an envelope, and before I leave, I'm expected to make sure that I deliver the contents of the envelope. I'm hoping that the phone lines work with us. I'm not sure if we're going to get through, but we're going to try. The Seniors Division gave me some tickets for the seniors activity happening tonight. The Department of Social Services Seniors Division is celebrating the month of older persons under the global theme, The Journey to Age Equality. As part of the month-long celebrations, the second Miss Nevis Seniors Pageant will be held at the Nevis Cultural Complex on Saturday, 26th October, that's today, starting at 5 p.m. with an admission fee of $25 for adults and $15 for children. There will be 4 appearances, and listen up because I'm going to ask some questions. There will be 4 appearances with 3 judged segments: sports depiction, talent, and evening wear. There are 4 participants in this year's show: Governor Butler, Jeanette Grell-Hull, Josephine Maynard, and Idella Wallace. All right. So we have 3 questions, and if you have the answer, this first question, the winner will receive 2 tickets, 1 ticket for an adult and 1 ticket for a child. There is a venue on Nevis that has the surname of one of the participants. Name the venue and the sport affiliated with it. There is a venue on Nevis that has the surname of one of the participants. Name the venue and the sport affiliated with it. The winner gets 2 tickets, 1 adult and 1 child. We have a call on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
The netball complex and netball.
I'm sorry? Okay, we need to get the name of the venue and the sport affiliated with it. You're close, but you'll have to do some more research and come back. Okay, let me read the question again. There is a venue in Nevis that has the surname of one of the participants. Name the venue and the sport that it's affiliated with. Need the proper name of the venue and the sport that it's affiliated with. We have another call on the line. Good morning. Good morning.
Janet Graham and the netball complex.
Okay. I need the name of the venue, not the name of the person, the name of the venue and what sport is associated with that venue. Okay, let's try again. Okay, I'm sorry, that's not correct. Let's get another caller on the line. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Do you have an answer for us?
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I'll let my daughter talk. The Doris Stevens Grand Hall. The Doris Stevens Grand Hall Netball Complex. Netball Complex. And the play netball. Netball. Hello? Hello?
Can you repeat the name for me, please?
Oh, okay. My daughter was talking. It's a Doris Stevens Grand Hall Netball Complex.
The Doris Stevens, okay, and you left out one part of it. You're close.
Pardon me?
Repeat, please.
In the name itself, make sure you're giving me the full name.
And the play netball.
They play netball. Okay, so the answer, what's your name?
Okay, this is Sheldon Huggins calling for Desana Daily.
Okay, Shelda Huggins and Desana Daly, one a ticket for each of you. And I have the tickets here with me. Would you be able to make it to the studio shortly, or?
I'll be in the area, so I can cook for them.
Okay,
But
wonderful.
it probably be after 10. That's okay?
Hold on for 1 second, and I'll let Melissa take your number so I can call you when I get off here.
All right, thanks.
All right. While we are doing that, I'm going to quickly try to get. We have two more questions. Two more questions. The next question gives 2 tickets as well, one for an adult, one for a child. And the question is, one of the participants in this year's pageant is the mother of this Nivision athlete who represented Nevis internationally and who is now a coach at one of the schools on Nevis. Give the name of this person and the school he is attached to as coach. One of the participants in this year's show is the mother of this Nivision athlete who represented Nevis internationally and who is now a coach at one of the schools on Nevis. Give the name of this person and the school he's attached to as coach. All right, the numbers to call, 469-1616, 469-1700. All right, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, wonderful. Do you have the answer for us?
Yes.
Okay, what's the answer?
Carvin Newton Warriors, Del Pierre,
Okay, and who am I speaking with?
Tangela Donran.
Tangela Donrad?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to let Melissa take your number, Tangela, so we can work out the collection of your ticket, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye. Okay, we have a last question, and we have just a few more minutes left. The final question is, how many appearances will the participants make during tonight's show? And this one is for 1 ticket, and the ticket is for a child, so only a child can call in. This question is, the prize is 1 ticket, and the ticket is for a child. 469-1616, 469-1700. How many appearances will the participants make tonight during the pageant? Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Do you have a response for us?
Yes, I do. There will be be 3 judge appearances tonight.
Okay, wonderful. And what is your name?
Donella Thompson.
I'm not getting the first name.
Donella.
Donella?
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations. Hold on for a minute so that Melissa can get your contact information and we can arrange for you to get the ticket.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you so much to all of our callers this morning. We want to thank the Department of Social Services Seniors Division for sending in these tickets, and of course they know that our listeners like to win, and so congratulations to our winners as well. We had Shelda Huggins and Dasana Daly, Tangela Donrad and Donna Thompson, and so they will be getting their tickets, compliments the Department of Social Services Seniors Division. And once again, we encourage you to support all of the activities happening in the various schools this week. Special mention must be made to the Courts Reading Competition preliminary round, first round or local round, which will take place on Wednesday, commencing at 8:45 a.m. and we'll have a morning session and an afternoon session, and also our football games, which will take place on Tuesday afternoon. We want to encourage you to go out, and of course on Friday afternoon as well, go out and support the children, support the students in their various endeavors. Students, keep reading, keep working hard. I want to say at the end of the show, Melissa, I didn't get to go over to you, but we cannot let the show end without saying good morning, and so I'm going to do it for Melissa. Good morning to Lee and her entire family. Lee, we are of course supporting you, praying for you, and we know we wore pink on the final day, Saturday for the month, because we stand, not because we're wearing pink, but we stand alongside you and we celebrate you and all of the other persons who are and Melissa is waving, who are battling with breast cancer, who are surviving, who are fighting, who are advocating. And we never want to forget, last week we heard from Dr. Badalis, we never want to forget the reason for the fight. The reason is not to wear pink. The reason for wearing pink is that so many persons are affected by breast cancer, and we want to encourage those persons who, well, everyone, all women, to check, make sure that you do not see any of the symptoms, and make sure that you are supporting your loved ones who might be engaged in the fight against breast cancer. Have a wonderful week, all of you, and we wish you a blessed next few days until we come back to you on Saturday next week. Have a wonderful week.